Alrighty, guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So it is celebration day for Global Dokkan. The 5th anniversary Blue Fusions are dropping today. These guys' EZA was very well done. I think one of Dokkan's biggest W's ever was the EZAs for 5th anniversary Blue Vegito and 5th anniversary Blue Gogeta. I just think that you really cannot understate how strong the EZAs for these characters were made. They now have certain abilities that make it very easy for them to dominate a lot of the toughest fights in the game. Again, with kind of like their sort of special techniques. So, I mean, we'll just quickly go over it. Now, one of the big things is that in base, pretty much you still just want to probably float Vegito or Gogeta off right away. Because if we take a look at his passive, right? So, we get 140% attack and defense at the start of turn. 4 key when attacking, so it's very easy to at least super attack, which is good. Then an additional that has a 70% chance of being a super as the first or second attacker in the turn, but that's not really what you want to do. Instead, you want to go for the guaranteed additional super, and then also a 70% chance to dodge as the third attacker in the turn, and then you get an extra 100% defense when attacking. So, what you want to do with this character, again, is you want to float him off, right? And then they'll have the 70% chance to dodge. They're not really too crazy in base form. And then you'll come back because they transform into turn 4. And then you've got, you know, the behemoth, the god out. Once this guy transforms into blue, it's over. I mean, this guy is so ridiculous. We'll talk more about him once we get to the transformed turn. But guaranteed dodging on his first turn in blue is just so very special. Alright, so we have, I guess, not the greatest turn ever right here. We'll have to put Bulma in slot 1. This is a decent turn for Vegito links-wise. Let's see. So, in base, Vegito has Saiyan Warrior Race, Brainiacs, Power Bestowed by God, Over in a Flash, Fuse Fighter, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. That is the link set that Vegito is rocking. So, we got a nice little opening rotation right here, I guess. Honestly, this actually is pretty good. Vegito is going to be at full 24 key, right? We're going to have Bulma support up. I mean, one thing that is helpful with Vegito and Bulma, I mean, Vegito having that Brainiacs link, I guess, is pretty good for Bulma, right? And of course, we are on the 200% leader skill for Vegito. Vegito has a couple of 200% leader skills. He has this character, the GT Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. He has the, so 6.81 we get up to. 18 key super attack effect right here. He's stacking attack and then getting 50% defense for one turn. Then the 12 key, he's stacking attack and then getting 30% defense for one turn. So every super attack we do, we are getting extra damage built up, which is good. Oh, okay, so right there, we didn't get the hidden potential system additional. In terms of what build you should give for like Vegito, and we'll just stick to talking about Vegito since this is the Gogeta video. You probably would want to mostly go additionals for him. Which I've got a lot of additionals and a lot of crit. Honestly, I would maybe like a little bit more additional. I did go, he does have all of his anniversary equips on. So as you guys can see, the anniversary event drops, I mean, it drops in about a week, I believe, on Global. But all 3 of these are the special anniversary equips for Vegito. So he gets, what, 6 additional, 6 crit, and then just a huge chunk of defense. That defense is, I mean, it is certainly pretty good for in base if you get touched. I don't know, maybe, I am maybe considering getting rid of the bronze, but I mean, that's 800 defense is certainly a lot, right? Like, that is a huge chunk right there. All right, so let's just go ahead and get to this next turn. We'll be able to transform with Blue Vegito, and then just be able to see him just completely dominate. Alright, so we're moving over here. So now, Blue Vegito is going to go ahead and transform for us. Okay. So let's just go ahead and see what we are going to get right here. So once we transform into Blue Vegito, one of the most important things to keep in mind is that on the very first turn, he has guaranteed dodge. This is one of the strongest things about both of the 5th anniversary Blue Fusions EZAs, is this guaranteed dodge your first turn in blue. It's such a busted mechanic to be able to have guaranteed, like, no matter what, you know you're dodging. Unless you're, you know, fighting, like, Red Zone Broly or something like that. It's just really so powerful. He gets 150% attack and defense at the start of turn. He gets 5 ki, launches an additional super, and then has a medium chance of another additional super as a first or second attacker in a turn. Now, by the way, that 30% chance of another additional super, that can proc with every attack Vegito does. So that's why a lot of additionals can be very good for him as well, is because you have the hidden potential system additional and this 30% chance of an additional super. Both of those could be procced by any attack that Vegito does. So you really can start a chain reaction of additionals that just goes on and on and on and on pretty much forever. Then Vegito gets 7 ki, a guaranteed additional super, and a 70% chance to dodge as the third attacker in the turn. Now, when we're talking about the 2 hardest fights in the game, Sin Shenron and Omega Shenron, by the way, that ability will not save you against that type of boss with the AoE at the start, because Vegito and Gogeta's dodge does not trigger until they actually attack. So if you fight, Sin Shenron, and he does 3 AoEs in slot 1, you're not going to be dodging yet, even if your Vegito is in slot 3, right? So you do want to keep that in mind. Then Vegito builds up 1 ki up to 5, and 22% attack and defense up to 88% with each attack performed. So 4 attacks to build up his stats, 5 attacks to max build up his ki. And then he gets a guaranteed additional super when he does his active skill or when ki is 24. So right here, where this is going to get us to 24 ki. Again, remember that he is guaranteed dodging on this turn, so we don't have to worry about anything. Any super attack, nothing matters. This is a good turn. We could have all 7 links activated if we were in the middle with Bulma as well, but I just want to get Vegito built up as quickly as possible. Then if we talk about Vegito's super attack effects, right? So his 18 ki right here, the Omega finishing blow, this gives him 50% defense for 3 turns. So keeping him on rotation and getting those 18 ki supers is pretty big for his defense. And then his 12 ki super attack, the Vegito sword, gives him 50% attack and defense for 1 turn. So now, here we go. Now we're on our 3rd one. And then he probably would have just kept going and going and going, right? The max we could do is 5 super attacks. And it's like, the thing is that all of those continue to have a chance to proc. So it's very likely you'll do at least 4, right? Because you do your first guaranteed super attack. With 24 ki, we do a guaranteed super. We do another guaranteed super from being in slot 1 or 2. Then we have the 30% chance to get an additional super, which could proc from any attack, and the hidden potential system additional, which could also proc from any attack. So it just gets, as you guys can see, it just begins to get very silly. He's just a very silly character, Vegito. Like, I'm not really too sure how else to say it. He's just ridiculously silly. All right, next rotation. Oh, well. What do we have here? So we go ahead and pop the active skill for Vegito. This is a very good turn for him. So yeah, dude, look at that start. So 500k defense he gets to. Dude, I will really take that. So that's 500k, and then every super attack he does is giving himself 50% defense. So, that's, you're probably going to get to about the danger zone, like 1,000,000 defense, where, like, the big boss super attacks could certainly still kill him, right? For sure. But if you're rocking, around 1,000,000 defense, but then he also has goddamn 70% chance to dodge if we're running him as a floater, right? So that's what you do. Your first turn, you get him in slot 1 or 2 to completely built up. He's invincible. And then from then on, you're floating him, and he's got the 70% chance to dodge. And if he gets a lot of supers, or a couple of supers even, boy's rocking damn near 1,000,000 defense with 70% chance to dodge, while doing ridiculous, ludicrous damage. I just don't really see, like if I could even criticize these guys, like, where would I even begin? I don't know. Because it's like, I don't like when characters just get, like, oh, I got 1,000,000 defense. Yeah, who cares? Like, whatever, you could just die. But it's like Vegito has that, but then he's got the 70% chance to dodge, which is a tool to survive the super attacks. So Vegito is positioned exactly the way you want him to. He will tank all normals, and then the super attack comes in, and he can dodge it. That's what we want. He has a really powerful active skill, right? The super attack effects are giving him defense the whole way through, right? He's feasting on ki. Well, how's our ki right here? So look at his ki. We get this. Remember, he gets, what is it? 5 key just for being in slot 1 or 2, or 7 key if we're in slot 3. So, like, any area where you might think to be like, oh, they could have been a little bit better there, like, they actually did make the blue fusions strong in nearly all areas. They're a little weak in base, but that's not a problem because you could just float them off and they have a 70% chance to dodge. So, it's like the only real issue for the blue fusions would be a boss that cancels dodge, or a boss that does very powerful AoEs at the start of the fight, which unfortunately for the blue fusions, the 2 hardest fights in the game right now are that. It's a boss that does these powerful AoEs in slot 1 very oftentimes, which could do a lot of damage. Alright, so let's go ahead and pop Vegito's active skill right here. So this is the final Kamehameha. Greatly raise attack temporarily, ultimate damage to the enemy. We could do this the turn after he transforms if the enemy's HP is 50% or below, which of course we got going on. So let's go ahead and pop this bad boy right here. This probably will kill him, probably. Yeah. Do we keep going or we just end right there? We can get another rotation in, but I mean that's it. Like, man, it's tough. You definitely want like a healthy mix of crits and additionals probably. I do think dodge could be helpful for the blue fusions as well, but the only thing about giving them a lot of dodge in their potential system is, I mean, they already have the turn where they have guaranteed dodge, and like a strong way you want to utilize this character is with their guaranteed dodge, right? So it actually is a little sort of tough to like recommend something for them besides just like additionals and crits. Like I mean, as you guys know, I'm Mr., you know, full dodge on everyone basically, but you know, even on my blue Vegito, this guy, you know, he's going to be best at full power if you could really give yourself a good chance. Because, again, the way, you know, he will do his first super. Then if you're at 24 key, he gets an additional super. And then he gets a guaranteed additional super no matter what in slot 1 or 2. So then if you're giving yourself a real healthy chance to get the hidden potential system, and then that will combo and get you a good chance to get that 30% chance additional as well, it's like you do want a healthy amount of additionals. And then, I mean, if he's critting on these attacks, the boss is dying, man. So, it's like, you know, even though there is value in this character having, like, a dodge build, I think that the turn of guaranteed dodge, to me, makes me very comfortable in just giving them, what we have right now. I'm just going to quickly pop Bulma's active right here. I just want to make sure that we kill this cell right here. So I'm just gonna pop Bulma's active and ensure that we kill this buff cell right here. But yeah, here we go. Here is blue Vegito. Oh my god, thank you. There we go. Put that on the board, please. Another super attack dodge. We love those. Vegito, I believe, is the strongest EZA character in the game. I believe Vegito is the strongest, right? Yeah. And the only other character who's even close to Vegito in terms of like how good of an EZA he is Gogeta. It's blue Gogeta. Those are your two best EZA characters that we are rocking in the game right now. They're just both so stunning, so impressive, so crazy. I think it's one of the smartest and best things Dokkan has ever done, making these blue fusions EZAs as strong as they did was just so important for them to do. All right, so we will probably make this the final turn right here. Damn, I wish I had an item though. Hold on, I'm just gonna get this out real quick. Whew. Damn, I really wish, this is where I wish I would do like a Whis just to get this, because I'm gonna put Vegito in slot 1. A super attack right away would either nearly kill us or kill us, right? You know, using Vegito in slot 1 is not really how we want to do it, but yeah, we have huge. So we have Bulma's support up. I'm gonna be so salt if Cell supers right away. We might live, but it would be close. He doesn't. Awesome. Alrighty. 19.2. Now, remember, I could have put him in the middle slot and we'd have gotten Legendary Power activated as well, but... Alright, so there's the first super. This is a guaranteed additional super, so he does this no matter what. And then we still have the 24 key guaranteed one as well, which is this right here. So now we can do 2 more, and it's like both of these last 2 could have procced with every single super we've done. There we go. That's the 30% one, I believe. And now we could still do the Hidden Potential System additional. So, I mean, this is the full power. We didn't... so one of the 2 we didn't get. We either didn't get the 30% or the Hidden Potential. One of the 2 did not proc. I don't think this is going to hurt very much, if at all. 50k? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, again, he gets to about 1 million defense with all that damage. And you could just see how crazy he is, right? Like, there we go. There's 5th anniversary EZA Blue Vegito. Just really a stunning, jaw-dropping character. One of the best things Dokkan has ever done by far, making Blue Vegito and Blue Gogeta as good as they are on their EZAs. Dokkan could not have done anything smarter, man.